7:14 on this Friday. Wow, we're halfway through July already.
Boy,
Wow.
halfway through summer, kids be
Going back to school in a month.
don't remind them of that. Let them enjoy this a little bit. It's nice out. It's still summer, you know. They want to go out to the river and the creeks and the streams and enjoy this a little bit.
Enjoy it.
And then that nasty S word will come up on its own in middle of next month. But
anyway, my sympathies and prayers to your
Marine
Marine brothers.
Seeing those Marines die for no reason. And it's not the first time that this has happened where they've had recruiting stations. I mean, they had the one in Little Rock a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
You know?
Wow.
And there was another workplace violence thing, even though the offender carried and proudly displayed all the traits of Muslim extremism. And it's just...
Well, our morning newscast here that was on the network said that this guy had become kind of over religious through the Muslim. You know, I think they've got a mosque in Murfreesboro and in Chattanooga. And my son and daughter-in-law live about 80 or 90 miles from where this took place, you know, just on I-24.
And I doubt that it's the main mosque down there. It's going to be offshoots. Right. I mean, it's, you know, you have that in all religions where you get, you know, the main church, the main theology, and then you get people that branch off and find their own. And these kids now, with the internet, the FBI, like the FBI director said, instead of having the devil on your shoulder telling you in the devil and the angel, now you got the devil's in their pocket when their phone goes off, and they're getting a little Twitter thing saying, do this, do that, do this. And it takes a toll on people that aren't as strong morally as they should be, instead of being able to say, you know, that ain't right.
It's got to do something in their mind to say, oh, wow, I'll be so famous.
Yeah.
Like the kid that shot John Lennon 35 years ago.
Sure.
You know, I'm going to be famous.
Yeah. The kid with the other, I mean, you got the fiasco in Colorado in the movie theater. Yeah. That they found people did Colorado did a great job. Those 12 men and women, you know, did the right thing on that. They weren't swayed by any of the, oh, he's nuts thing. Well, obviously he's nuts, but that doesn't mean that he didn't know what he was doing when he did it.
They know.
Nobody, you couldn't say that for any of them. You couldn't say that they weren't nuts. But I don't know what they're going to do with the recruiting stations. They're going to have to figure something out.
Well, our news report said
in the military bases where you got people on base, you got guys at the front door got guns, probably not loaded, but they got guns. Today they probably loaded. But on base you don't have that. You know,
well, they said that was a Bill Clinton policy during his administration, and
actually it started under Bush. The original policy came under Bush, but it wasn't. It was in like '92. Well, we didn't. The world was a little different for the military in '92. We didn't have people coming out being proud to say, "Yeah, well, it's Ramadan. It's a holy day, so let's go out and kill American military and law enforcement." Something's wrong with that. Yeah, something's wrong with that. Whole concept of that religion, but that's
anyway. Well, our thoughts and prayers to your Marine brothers there.
And today's third Friday, so the Twin Lakes Retired Police Group will meet at the Elks at 12 o'clock.
Great group.
Stop by, have a sandwich, little camaraderie, and bring your checkbooks because the dues are due. So we want to make sure that we get those done.
Good.
What else? I think there's
brought sale today and tomorrow. Knights of Columbus.
That's right. Knights of Columbus at Harps,
starting at 10 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, that'd be good. Good little lunch. You can kind of drive. Last time I was here, I just kind of drove up and made it like a drive-through. I rolled up in a car and said, "Give me a bratz and a Diet Pepsi," and gave them the money, and I kept right on rolling. So that worked out pretty well.
Now, let me make a suggestion. Tell them to keep the change.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. Yes, very good.
Keep the change.
Very
good.
They
go
do
for a brat,
great
job.
job.
A drink. Give them a 5. Give them a 10. You know,
it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
They do so much good.
Big charity things that go on here in.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Do they ever sleep?
Yeah, in between making the pancakes and stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
For that, they do it.
Busy week in real estate?
It's been a busy week. There's the office. Linda said the office has just been rocking. I know she has worked every day this week, 9, 10 o'clock, getting in listings, helping people out, taking offers and getting them presented. And it's just, it's been real busy. And it's not just us. I mean, the office is going forward. When you look at what's sold over the past week and the number of houses that are under contract to go forward, it's been there's a good run right now. It's that time of year where you get that anyway. You get the people that came down in the spring, they're closing now so that they're ready, if the kids are going to be in school for the fall and that type of thing. The people that are coming down, we're getting them from all over. From Colorado, Texas, Louisiana, all the usual suspects, Illinois, Wisconsin. There's people from, this is a very, the quality of life here that we have is a big draw for people. And the more goofy stuff that goes on around us, the more right-thinking people are saying, that's the type of community that I want to live in. Now, they all may not come here because we may not have this or that, and that's okay. But they're looking for this type of life. They're looking to get away from the insanity of some of the other places. And Chattanooga isn't that big of a town, to use that as an example. The theater in Colorado, that's a small town as well. Yeah. But the quality of the people that are here and the quality of life makes a big difference. When you look at the churches, the hospital, the library, the university, all the things that we have, we've got issues. Of course, everybody's got issues, but not to the scale that you see on a day-to-day basis.
With what you're saying, quality of life, we can compliment Baxter County Sheriff's Office and Mountain PD, Cotter, Norfolk. People working together.
And that's what it is.
Arkansas State Police, thanks, guys.
I got nothing good to say to the Arkansas State Police right now, but that's a whole other issue. I'm not going there.
Oops.
This week, there were 64 new listings came on, 22 parcels of land and 2 commercial properties. 40 homes came on the market. They came on a range of $42,000 to $619,000. Average price coming on the market this week was $171,000. Of those 40s, I know personally that a number of them were relist, people looking for a change in their presentation and trying to get a better presentation of their property and get it sold, get it a little more realistic on the market value of some of these things. Some homes that have been on the market for some time are going to go forward. There's already, we've got a couple that have had more showings now than they've had over an extended period of time. And that's what it is. It's being realistic with where you need to be and what the market is actually going to give you. Business is good and business is picking up and the prices will come up. When you look at other markets and they say, and they'll use the market is up this by this much. And all real estate is local. We're still dependent upon people who can sell their property where they're at and then come here and buy something else. The market for people having a home and buying another home isn't as big here. It's part of the market, but it's not as big as it is in other markets. If you're in Chicago, people move from this neighborhood to that neighborhood. They move from this suburb to that suburb. We're dependent upon them selling where they're at and then being able to move here and purchase something. And they have a lot of choices when they're doing it. When they're, like I said, we sell quality of life. You can buy 3 bedrooms, 2 baths in a lot of places, but the quality of life issue is really what brings people here, as well as the 3 rivers and 2 lakes and all the other things that go with that.
Yeah, and all the good people.
Yeah, and the great people. This week there were 38 sales, which is a good number. 5 parcels of land sold, 2 commercial properties sold.
Wow.
31 homes sold this week. There was a 10 jump. There was 10 more homes sold this week than last week. They sold in a range of $10,000 to $325,000. Average sale price this week was $104,000. The average listed price was $110,000 when they came on the market. 156 days on market. This week we closed $3.2 million in residential real estate. Last week we were at 1.9. This week we're at 3.2.
Wow.
So
for a small community, that's that's a staggering amount.
When I look at the year to date for 2014, there were 434 sales for 51.3 million. For this year,
because last year you topped out a little over $100 million in sales after.
And this year we're at 465 sales already for 55.8 million. So
you're up 4.5 million right now.
I mean, so we're working our way. Every year it steps up a little bit. We're not on a rocket ship ride because we don't want that roller coaster ride of extreme highs and extreme lows. We'd rather kind of get more into the flatlands and get more into the Delta region where we want to be steady, so that people know what they're doing, and that's what's going to bring a better market to us. The interest rates are still very low. I cannot stress strongly enough going through a couple deals we have going right now. Please, local banks, local banks, local banks.
Well, let's think about that for a minute. You get in on this online stuff, or you want to go to your hometown, St. Louis or Memphis. No, come on, people. I'm a firm believer, even at Christmas, shop at home. Where I can.
And the concept that you can go online and within 5 minutes get a pre-approval letter, that's as useless as...
Yeah, I know. As Barney Fife's gun with no bullets.
I mean, it's just it doesn't give you, as a buyer, it doesn't give you a true representation of what it is that you can be looking to buy, what part of the market you should be in. Because we get into the deal a little bit, and then they start to ask like real questions and make you produce the paper. Show us your 1099, show us your W-2, show us your past 3 check stubs, your past 3 months of check stubs, show us this, show us that, and this, and then they do a real credit check on you and find out that you still got student debt, or you still have something that a phone bill that you forgot about for 2 years ago that you didn't, the contract expired that you owed money on, that they dinged your credit with something. There's a process that you have to go through. And by going to a local bank and sitting across the table from one of the lenders, let them look at your stuff, let them run a good credit check on you, and see what you need to do to correct it. We had 2 first-time buyers that came to us this week that wanted to go forward. I'm glad to help you. One to one bank, one to another bank, and both of them had issues that they didn't realize they had, but we got them right away, and now they're working on getting them fixed. Within 10 months. They'll be ready to go. And it's good that they did come to us. It's good that they did go to the bank and did find out about it, because if they were to try to buy something without knowing the issues that they had, they're not major issues, and most of them aren't major issues. If you've had major issues. Sure. If you've had a foreclosure or something like that. But there's little things that go on, and there's mistakes that happen, in the reporting things. Sure. But you need to know that. But going online and just getting a quote-unquote pre-approval letter, which is as useless as the paper, you wasted the ink to get it on. So, again, please, local banks, and I say that because I'm going through just a hellacious time right now with one of these. Like I said, there were 38 sold for 3.2 million this week. There's 117 homes on the MLS, which has actually, 1,017, which has been a pretty consistent number. So that's actually for this late in the year, historically we've been up a little bit, and we're not up that far. In Mountain Home, there's been 265 sales this year compared to 334 for last year. Again, my honey. She has just been, she just goes and goes and goes.
Let me have your phone number real quick.
The phone number is 870-405-0793. Give her a call. We'll see what we can do to help you out. We're at the main office. we've had some people show up over at the branch out by Walmart looking for us, and we're not there. We're not always in the office. It's always best to call. But if you're going to just stop in looking for us, we're right across the street from McDonald's and across from the Chamber.
The website's retiredtoarkansas.net. That brings us to news time. We'll be right back. 7:35.
Nice summertime, and the living is easy, brother. It's nice. Make yourself a little picnic basket and go out to some of the great parks that we got here. There aren't as much of the parks as there were a couple months ago. Some of them are kind of underwater. In fact, they're all underwater. I know our marina, we boat over at Bull Shoals Marina, and they've got like taxi service going out to there. And I know all the other marinas do too, just because you can't get out to the boats. But there's a lot of water out there, and go out, enjoy it.
For folks that are visiting the area, we want to welcome you to the Twin Lakes area.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And, of course, now where you have internet, you can go to Arkansas State Parks.
Yes.
And I'm pulling it up now, and the pictures are phenomenal on here. But you can do a park search. I'm trying to do that now.
We can go to places. We had a loss this week in the community. Jim Gaston died. And the Gaston Visitor Center, if you're looking for something, if you have company, and is a place that you're looking to go and you want to show the area. There's a great history of the area up there, reproduction of fish, how the dam was built, what the dam does. Just a great, we were really, between him and Forrest and some of the other visionaries that could see what the area was going to be, and invested of themselves and of their treasure to help to make it what it is. And the work that they did in Washington to help make us what we are here. But the visitor center is a great place. You can go up there, you can make a little, you can see the water coming through the dam because they got the gates open a little bit. They were getting some of the excess water out of there. Rivers are running. The fish are good. There's an article in the paper this morning how good the fishing is, and the fishing will probably be great over the next couple of years with this water because the fry have a little more chance to escape from some of the other bigger predator fish. So that'll be good. The park system here, I'm a big proponent of keeping us the natural state because I think that that's something that the state Parks and Tourism has done a really great job of, is promoting that and the natural beauty of the state in the things that we do here that they may not do in other places. One of the draws for people to come here.
Looking at the map now between, with Mountain Home and Baxter County being in north central Arkansas, we're basically 2.5 hours from the Oklahoma line and Mississippi River.
Kind of in the middle.
Yeah, right in the middle. So if you go west, you've got Bull Shoals White River State Park. You got Withrow Springs just south of Eureka Springs. So you got Hobbs. You got Prairie Grove Battlefield south of Fayetteville. And to go to Fayetteville, it's just 2.5 hours. And down I-49, you got Devil's Den State Park, Lake Fort Smith. Down around Russellville, you got Lake Dardanelle. You've got the Ozark Folk Center in Mountain View. Mammoth Spring State Park over at Salem.
And if you mentioned Mountain View and the caverns that are down there, what a great place to go when it's like a gazillion degrees like it is right now. Go down to Mountain View. It's 65 degrees. The caverns are great. I mean, it's a great tour. If you got people down and they're visiting and they're just sitting there in the house going, oh my God. Go down to Mountain View. Get a little something to eat down there. Go visit, walk the main street.
Boy, can you eat in Mountain View?
Go to the caverns and walk and go on the cave tours. There's a couple different things that you can do. There's a beautiful park down there. There's a river that runs through there, and there's big ponds and big rock formations and everything. You're going to be cool. I can guarantee you that. You're going to be nice. And it's a nice drive. It's pretty. So really if you get people, like I said, the caves are a good thing to keep in mind.
Yep. Going east, you got Lake Charles, Mammoth Springs, Powhatan, Davidsonville, Crowley's Ridge, Lake Fearson, Herman Davis, and Hampson. That's over on the Mississippi River.
Yeah. So, yeah. Being centrally located like we are, I mean, you can get either to Memphis or to, like you said, Oklahoma, and couple hours, and that's really one of the beauties of being here. If you want to do, quote unquote, big shopping, or you want to go someplace where you need to get to an airport, you've got a variety of places that you can go to.
Have you ever flown out of the Fayetteville, the Northwest Arkansas?
I pick people up there.
I like it.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah,
I really do. When the last trip I took, of course, was with Americans for Prosperity at Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And my flight left Vegas at 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning. It was actually Father's Day. And, I mean, everybody talks about their nightmares with airports, but I left Las Vegas at 7 a.m. on Father's Day. I think it was 2 years ago. By 1 o'clock Central, I was eating lunch in Fayetteville with my son.
Yeah, yeah.
And I had transferred flights at Denver. So, to go from the Vegas airport to DIA and then to go into Fayetteville.
We were looking.
Great service.
We're looking to go someplace, and I'm looking at airlines, and it's like, doesn't anybody go to like one place? I think even if you go to one of the connecting cities, you got to go connect someplace before you can go to the connecting city.
I got to tell you about my nightmare getting to Minneapolis. We're doing an Americans for Prosperity thing in Minneapolis, and I had a flight out of Little Rock. So I drive to Little Rock and check the bags, and you go through security, where you take your shoes and your belt and empty your wallet and all this stuff. And
Yep.
Of course, one of my carry-on bags has got microphone cables, a small mixing device, and things to connect to the internet when I get to the electronic devices. So the TSA people go nuts with this stuff. And then you got to repack everything back in your case. Well, finally get in to go down to my gate. 20 minutes before the flight is to board, this is with Delta. First of all, they booked me from Little Rock to Memphis on an airplane. You can pedal a bicycle.
They could have stuck in a cab. You could have Ubered over there. Would have been easier.
But they canceled that flight to Memphis. Well, I had my connecting flight was in Memphis to go to Minneapolis, and they said if this interferes with your connecting flight, you need to get on the Delta courtesy phones and tell them. So, no, that's what I did. So the lady on the other end, she says, "Well, sir, I'm sorry, we have no other flights going to Minneapolis today." And I said, "Well, let me get this straight. I've checked my bags. I've gone through TSA. I've got my boarding pass, and you've got my money, but yet you can't get me where you said you're going to get me to by 4 o'clock this afternoon." "Well, let me see if I can help you." And I said, "That's the whole point of this conversation."
I didn't call to see how the weather was up there, right?
She says, "I can do one of two things." I said, "Okay, what's that?" She says, "I can send you to Denver or Salt Lake." And I said, "Well, what?" I said, "I need to go north, not west." So I went to Denver. I said, "Well, that's closer to Minneapolis." So, yeah, lo and behold, I go to Denver and sit for 4 hours to get to Minneapolis from Little Rock. So,
Well, thank you.
Donuts. No, we're on the air. Come join us. Come on.
That's okay.
Well, come on.
You'll make it to work.
Quincy Kelly just walked in.
She did?
Choose a microphone.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
You have patience this morning?
I do. So
She's got to get to work here in about 18 minutes. Maybe your dad's listening, and we'll tell him you're going to be late.
he's leaving today for a fly-in.
So fun.
So you're going to be the big kahuna over there, then, huh?
Okay,
good.
Right there it is, right there. You can call Quincy Kelly today at 424-4550. Physical there.
There you go.
Quincy is one of our newest PTs in town, Mountain Home graduate, a proud University of Missouri Tiger.
Yes.
Mizzou. You like Mizzou?
Mizzou.
Thanks for what's in there, donuts?
Well, you better hope so, because that's what it says.
That's what it says.
And it even says, "You deserve a donut."
Wow. I love when people walk in. You heard about my famous walk-in with Sam Siemens. He walked in like you did one time, and I motioned, "Come on, sit down." And he put the headphones on, and I had to call him, but he didn't know it was the governor.
Oh, no.
Anyway, let's go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be right back. More with Bob and Quincy right after this. 7:47. Coming up on August 22nd, there's going to be a concert and community event to benefit First Robotics Team 16, Bomb Squad, and Arkansas First Robotics to support a group of Bomb Squad members who recently traveled to D.C.
What a great program.
Can you believe that?
We talk about the things that go on here. What a great program.
Well, they met with the senators and congressmen from Arkansas and told them about their robotics team. You know, it's still privately funded, and I mean, the awards they have won is unbelievable. Unbelievable. But anyway, T-Roy, the band, and the Melota Cats will be playing each band's first appearance at the Shed. Don't miss this. It's August 22nd at 7 o'clock at the Shed at ASU's campus. And they're going to demonstrate robots, have additional special activities. They're going to be inviting state and national officials to be invited for this event. So
great.
Yeah, fun.
Like I said, great. Rick's real involved in that, and that's
really,
and his son, and they help the electronics and the type of things that these kids learn and the team building that they learn in that program.
It's amazing to see, because it'd be like, okay, I want a robot to drive over to the box of donuts that Quincy just brought in and hand me a donut. Now, the job for these kids is to figure out how to make that robot. Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh, yeah.
And so they can program this thing, go over, pick up the, turn around, come over, and bring it up and shove it in my mouth. Literally. Unbelievable.
Great.
Yeah.
It really is. And like I say, it builds teamwork. It teaches them how to work together. It teaches them how to work with other kids and to see, wow, those guys did this way. Maybe we could either incorporate that or, oh, I've got a better idea. That's and that's the future, brother. That is the future. We're
in an automated society.
We are. And you're seeing that in the employment numbers and the amount of we still have huge productivity without the employment that we had before. Well, that's where a lot of that is coming from.
It's funny to look back at technology, because I can remember when we wanted to change the channel, we actually had to get up.
Dale, I used to be the remote.
Oh, really?
Smack in the back of the head, and you go, put on 3, put on 5.
Well, you remember when you had to adjust the rabbit ears on top to make sure the picture was clear?
Sure. I mean,
that picture's a little snowy there, kid. Turn those rabbit ears, will you?
Well, the old tube TVs with the metal box frames and things like that. We had a little turtle, and we put the turtle up on top of the TV, and he just cooked. I mean, but that's okay. That's and you look at us now. We're watching the Astronaut Wives Club on ABC. But just to go back to that time in the early '60s there, and to see them, and you go, okay, yeah, I know I'm old and I'm a dinosaur, but it really wasn't all that long ago. I mean, the leaps and bounds of what we have done as a society, what we have done in those fields, is amazing.
Well, I enjoy watching the old film clips from the Kennedy assassination newsreels. And somebody asked me, said, what's your fascination with that? I said, the technology.
Yeah.
You look at what was covered during the Kennedy assassination, the technology, I mean, you can pick your phone up and you can hit one button and you can video anything you want. You can record whatever you want.
Oh, sure.
But those cameras, I mean, it took 3 men and a boy to move one camera.
Sure.
It took trucks. It took cables. And from the time that the president was assassinated in Dallas to the funeral on Monday, those networks were working feverishly to get camera positions anywhere throughout Washington, D.C. to put that on the air.
And the ability to get the story out and stuff. And whereas now, everybody's their own newsman. With all of the with Twitter, Facebook, and all the gazillions of other little names that I don't know because I don't get involved in that as much as maybe I should. Everybody can be their own newsman, and that's what we say. Lena just sent me a thing saying that there was a fire at the Village Wheel in Bull Shoals that they changed hands and they could become more of a barbecue place. Caught fire last night at 2:30 a.m. The pics look bad. Everybody's their own newsman. People who are there are sending that out for other people to expound on, and that's partly what happens too. Is they just expound on it, and all these some of these bloggers living in mom's basement, pushing out some of the things that they do that are not as good for the country as they may be. But
it's interesting, and these kids with the robotics team.
Oh yeah,
brilliant kids, and they're right here in Mountain Home.
Yep, exactly.
Right
Exactly. I mean, for a town our size to be able to produce the number of champions and winners that we have is just really amazing. Really is. And we thank them. We thank all the mentors and the sponsors that get involved in that. And how can they help? They run that one by again. How can they help on that one?
By attending the concert. Takes place on August 22nd at 7 o'clock. It's at the Shed. August 22nd, 7 to 9:30. They have T. Roy the band and the Melody Cats.
That's
Band's
good.
playing. It's going to be a fun time. Yeah. Then another one here that sounds really interesting. It's also on the 22nd, but this is in the morning. This starts at 9 a.m., and it continues through Sunday the 23rd. This is the Ozark Earth Science, Gem, Mineral, and Fossil Club. Is sponsoring its annual show this year at the Baxter County Fairgrounds.
Cool.
August 22nd and 23rd, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., Sunday 9 to 4. Gems, minerals, fossils, unique mineral jewelry crafts, geode caching. That's interesting.
Yes, it is.
It's interesting. And that takes place. You can call Sharon Waddell for this activity at 417-274-8712 or Ernie Confer at 870-425-1311. They'll have door prizes, games, grand prize, display, educational DVDs, all kinds of things. Concessions on site provided by the Clark Ridge Volunteer Fire Department.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yep.
We've got to take care of the volunteer fire departments in any way we can, whether it's chili cook-offs or when they sponsor an event to show up for it. That's a big thing that we have here. The volunteer fire department just do a great job.
And when Linda sent that in, I'm sure the volunteer fire department, what did that alarm come in at 2:30?
2:30 in the morning. So
those guys worked all night long.
Yeah, sure.
All night long, volunteering to work today.
Yeah. It's in there because they got to show up at Ranger Boat or whatever it is, for their shift this morning. That's true. It's true.
Anyway, let's talk a little bit more real estate real quick. Bob and Linda Zdora, of course, are the Z Team. Century 21 LeMac Real Estate for all your real estate needs. Check out the website, retiretoarkansas.net. Enjoy all the fine photography on that site and the links.
And that's really it is. I mean, it's a real estate site, but there's so much other information on there that you can avail yourself of different events coming up, of the things for the area, links to the newspapers, hospitals, parks, all the things that if you have people that are coming down to visit, you can send that to them and say, here, you can, find the golf course that you want to go play is on here. Go contact them and make your reservations. So it's a communal thing as well as being a business tool for us. Getting the pictures out there, getting the people to see and present the best presentation of your property and of properties in the area. We have all the Century 21 listings are on there, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing. I got a minute or two here.
30 seconds.
Then I'm not going to bother. I'll wait. I'll do it next week.
Do it next week. Okay.
I'll say.
How about your phone number?
The phone number is 870-405-0793. The webpage, retiretoarkansas.net. You can go on there. There's a bunch of contact us, so you can drop us an email, and we'll be glad to help you out.
And Knights of Columbus with the brought sale today.
Yes, indeed.
Downtown. They say the Old Harps. I'm calling it Downtown Harps location.
Yep.
Starting at 10 o'clock today, 10 o'clock tomorrow. Get a couple of brats, a soft drink of water. Give the guys a tip.
There you go.
Help out the charities. Great work from Knights of Columbus here at the local chapter.
It's all Johnsonville brats. It's not, it's good stuff. Good
Very
stuff.
good.
Yes, it is.
Wish you a happy weekend.
Thank you, pal. Thank you.
And all of our visitors, hope you enjoy the area. Stay cool and enjoy. We'll be back on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye.